Why, hello there, everyone, and welcome back to more Detective Pikachu Returns. Looks like we need to talk to the police to start off. Oh, ferret spotted. Oh, looks like we need to head back and talk to the police officers outside the station. Because some innocent Pokemon have been framed.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask a few questions, if that's alright with you. Is something wrong? I'm actually looking for the people who've been handling Pokemon attainment. That's not one of my assignments. My editors keep me here at the station. And how can we get in touch with someone who has been assigned to Pokemon attainment? Why not try asking the two officers in the parking lot out back? Danger is its head, you can trust the Ram City Police to protect and serve. If only.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I'd just like to ask a few questions if that's okay. Questions for me? I'm happy to answer anything I can. Is Pokemon attainment one of your assignments? Yes, it sure is. We've been extra vigilant for the remainder of Pokemon Friendship Week. Mayor Myers has been promoting it a lot lately. Yes, he has. Pokemon Friendship Week was created in response to the R incident 2 years ago. It represents our ideals of peaceful coexistence with Pokemon. As officers of the law, we work hard to protect that peace. Oh, I see. The police are lucky to have an officer like you. If anything happens, we'll be there in no time, so you can put your mind at ease. Thanks to the state-of-the-art surveillance cameras we've been using, not a single incident slips by unrecorded. Are the cameras really all that special? They are. Our cameras have captured the incriminating moment in every recent incident. Convenient. Really? Every last one. Are you sure that isn't just a coincidence? I'm sure those cameras are amazing, but that sounds too good to be true. We don't have a lot of surveillance cameras at our disposal, but the few we use are extremely effective. We've had so many Pokemon attainment assignments lately. It's pretty shocking how much they've spiked.
Excuse me.
Actually, that's exactly what I'd like to ask you about. Huh, fancy that. Is Pokemon attainment one of your assigned duties? Yes, it is. Recently, it feels like detaining Pokemon is all I do. Frankly, that's supposed to be the PPB's responsibility. But they're such a new organization, they don't have enough personnel, leaving police officers like me to pick up their slack. That sounds really tough. I'm sure your department already has enough on their plate. Well, I wouldn't say that. The official story is that the PPB was formed to assist the police. Keep us from spreading ourselves too thin, that sort of thing. But between you and me, Rhyme City's never given us more police work than we can handle. I think the PPV was established as part of the mayor's vision for the city. But, and this goes without saying, working with people and Pokemon are two different ballgames. Yeah, people have their individual quirks, but at least we're all one species. Pokemon, on the other hand... Exactly. There's an infinite number of variables we need to be able to respond to in any given situation. Sometimes it all feels way above my pay grade, but with the direction the mayor and the PPB are taking, there's not much I can do. Let's think about whether there's anything strange with the PPB's activity.
Okay.
Echo, Impidimp, Inteleon, and Pikachu. A lot of Pokemon have been detained in different places. Yet somehow the few surveillance cameras in the city managed to film each one of them. Seems too good to be true. Not to mention the surveillance cameras caught the exact moment each crime was committed. Right, seems a bit too convenient. Maybe the PPV staged the crimes and filmed them? That's definitely a possibility. All this time I've just assumed there was another Pikachu. But now I'm having second thoughts. What do you mean? So many Pokemon have caused incidents and been detained in such a short time, and it seems that the incriminating detail for every one of these incidents has been captured on camera. Rather than finding a double for each and every one of these Pokemon, it'd be much easier for them to just use one Pokemon capable of passing as any of the others. If they had a Pokemon that could do that, if they had a Pokemon like that, it could explain how so many of these incidents occurred in such a short time. So what we should be looking for is a Pokemon that can look like other Pokemon. Right, let's ask around more. Even if the Pokemon Protection Bureau staged the incidents, the actual crimes had to have been committed by a Pokemon. All the partners of the detained Pokemon said the same thing. They're convinced their Pokemon would never commit the crimes they've been accused of. I can really only think of one possible explanation. A different Pokemon than the ones that were detained committed all of the crimes. We gotta find a Pokemon that can make itself look like other Pokemon. Yeah, let's go ask some folks in the city. Okay, Maractus, just do what you always do. It's Snubble, you watch Maractus' moves and see if you can copy them. Hey there, Apom. You better not be planning any pranks to play in the city, okay? Is this one of the Gossifleur from the choir? Try ringing that bell they lent me.
Alright.
Yep, it must have been part of the choir. Looks like it's heading back to them now.
Excuse me.
Long, slender Pokemon, huh? Somewhere in the areas we have access to. We also have to find the second Gossifleur. Well, that was simple.
All right.
Looks really down. Oh dear, just give it a try, Pignite, please. Is there something I can help you with? Actually, there is. We were about to go camping. Pignite here is supposed to help light our campfire. But Pignite's already so hungry he won't even budge. Aw, poor thing. I meant to bring along some of his favorite berries, but I guess I totally spaced out and forgot. I can't just leave Pig Knight here while I run home to get some. Hey Tim, can we go gather up some berries for these two? I'd like to, but do you think we can even find berries in the city that Pig Knight likes? The city's full of Pokemon, and where there are Pokemon, there are bound to be berry trees. But the berries in the most obvious places have probably already been eaten. And I guess we'll have to check each tree one by one. Okay, if we find any berries, we'll bring them back here. That'd be a huge help. Thank you so much.
Okay.
This sure is a cute Pokemon. Welcome in, Iggy.
Excuse me.
Can you think of any Pokemon able to make itself look like a different one? Yeah, I once met an old lady who had a Ditto for her part. Pretty sure she even lived here on 2nd Avenue, if memory serves. Really? Thanks very much. Oh boy, it's the quiz professor. Alright. What aromatic Pokemon has a beautiful flower blooming on its head? Lilligant. So if you haven't been in the loop of, like, Switch stuff, I picked up Watermelon Game. It is good. All the back and forth that really gets me about these quizzes. If it just teleported you back to the quiz professor when you found it, that'd be one thing. Instead, you have to walk all the way back.
All right.
Wave around its neck, lives to stay clean and lives as it pleases. Delcatty. We already know that the police have a Ditto. So I'm wondering... We don't have testimony that a Ditto exists, though. So we need to talk to someone to get evidence of a Ditto's existence.
All right.
Sense emotions via the protrusion on its head and prefers secluded places.
Huh? Excuse me.
See, my dear Ditto went missing a while ago. So that was your voice we heard just now. Yes, I've been looking for it everywhere, but I just can't find it. I'm worried sick. I hope it shows up again soon. Thanks for trying to cheer me up. I really do miss my Ditto. Ditto loves to play by using Transform. It turns into all sorts of things. But my little one isn't actually very good at using Transform. It can only imitate what it sees with its own eyes. Sometimes it gets the shape of it wrong, but that just makes it even cuter.
Aw.
That poor woman. She said Ditto's been missing for a while now, right? I know it fits the profile for what we've been searching for, but could it really have gotten tangled up in all these incidents? It's possible, yeah. Is there any way to be sure? Yes, I can ask Pikachu. Ask Pikachu? Oh, yeah, it's about time for my visit with him. So I'll talk with... let's just go see how he's doing. Are you sure I can join in on this visit even though I'm not his partner? Yeah, it should be fine. Come on, let's go. Before that, though, I need to find secluded place to wrap up the quiz. Or to wrap up the, yeah. Sense emotions with the protrusion on its head. That descriptor fits a surprising number of Pokemon. There's also the matter of checking all the trees.
Excuse me.
I know. We'll inspect that.
Oh,
This fruit's got berries in it. Pig Knight will probably like these ones. Let's hurry and get them to Pig Knight's party. Oh, Detective, did you find some berries? Yes, these were growing on a tree in Fountain Plaza. Oh yes, these look perfect for Pig Knight. You're right, it looks really happy. Now you can go camping, right? Yes, thank you both so much. So the available areas are Second Avenue and the Fountain Plaza. So what Pokemon senses emotions with the protrusion in its head?
Ah!
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, asking for it for help. Local concern solved.
Alright.
It's not Maractus, it's not Snubble. Somewhere where there aren't a lot of people. Makes me think this back alley here, but there are people here.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh, Glameow and, Litten. That's cute. Now going that way. Place where there aren't people? Maybe that would be back here? Oh yeah, here's a Hatena. Must have missed it. Or it just spawned when I started the quiz. Alright. That should be every local concern solved. So we can go ahead and progress the plot.
All right.
Yep, that's all of them. Alright, let's go visit Pikachu. Let me explain our Pokemon partner visitation rules. Visits are allowed in the afternoons. You can visit your partner a maximum of twice per day, but they cannot be consecutive visits. Are you ready to visit your partner? Yes. Then follow me.
Yes.
This is the visitation room. I feel a little nervous in here. Oh yeah, it's your first time here. Wait. What is it, Tim? Oh, nothing. Could you actually wait a second for me, Rachel? Yikes, what do I do? I think you mean the fact that Pikachu and I can speak to each other a secret. What's Rachel gonna think when she sees me talking to him? If we're gonna keep investigating together, I should just tell her the truth. Are you okay, Tim? You look like you're thinking awfully hard.
Rachel, there's something I want to tell you.
What is it? It sounds pretty serious.
I don't expect you to believe me, but the truth is, I can understand everything Pikachu says.
I know it must be shocking to hear someone say a thing like that. If you don't believe me, I understand. Amazing. Huh? That's incredible, Tim. I'm so jealous that you can communicate with Pokemon. So when you said you'd been solving cases with Pikachu, you really meant it literally. How are you able to talk with him? Do you know how that happened? Honestly, I'm not sure myself. He's the only Pokemon I can understand, too. Pikachu interprets for me when I'm speaking to other Pokemon. Wow, Pikachu's pretty clever. It must be your strong bond of trust with Pikachu that lets you understand him. But we were able to talk as soon as we met. Then maybe you just instinctually understand each other's feelings from the start. Yeah, maybe. But hey, you're pretty amazing yourself, you know. You've studied so much about Pokemon, and it's clear how much you care about them. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate you saying that. I've always felt this way, that I want to understand Pokemon better and have them understand me as well. Always, huh? Yeah, a Pokemon rescued me when I was just a little kid, you know.
Once, when I got lost in the forest in Bamboo Burrow, an Ursa ring helped me out.
An Ursa ring?
That's right. I was cold, lonely, and crying, but it stayed by my side and kept me safe. I know that Ursa ring helped me because it could understand what I was feeling. And that's why I wholeheartedly believe that Pokemon and humans can understand each other's feelings. My mother. I learned that from her.
Understanding each other's feelings. That's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that day so clearly. That Ursaring and I really connected back then, heart to heart. And when I told Mama and Papa about it, they said that humans and Pokemon were always meant to be that close. But Papa's changed. All this Pokemon management stuff is so unlike him, when they've done nothing wrong. I understand how you feel, Rachel. Thanks, Tim.
Yes.
Do you think Pikachu will get here soon? I may not be able to understand him, but it'll be a relief just to see him safe and sound. Yeah, that's how I felt when I visited him yesterday. Here's Pikachu. I wonder if Tim's made any progress in his investigation. Hey Tim, thanks for coming to see me. I'm glad to see you're okay, Pikachu. Oh, and Rachel's here too. Hey Tim, are you sure this is okay, letting her see us talk like this? About that, I actually just told Rachel her secret a minute ago. She knows that you and I can talk to each other. Wow, that was pretty bold of you. Did she even believe you? Yeah, she even said she was jealous. Well, that's a relief. Rachel's a bit of an odd one, isn't she? Either way, there's still an officer in the room, so we should keep it down. Yeah, I know. So anyway, let's get straight to the point. I've got something to report to you, Tim. I managed to get help from the other Pokemon in the detainment rooms. Now I can see into all sorts of different places inside the police station. Wow, that's fantastic. Good thing you figured out how to get along with them. We're not exactly best friends or anything like that, but I guess it's okay. There's something else I wanted to talk to you about, too. Come on, let's pool our information.
Hey!
I found this photo of the incident occurring at the Fountain Plaza. Check it out. It's a Pikachu. And I gotta tell you that's not me. That other Pikachu's the real culprit. But that's your hat in the picture. Yeah, someone must have gotten it specifically to frame me. But it's obvious that isn't me, right? Right. You've got stripes on your back, but the Pikachu in the photo doesn't have any. Exactly, and I'm curious about that thing on its back. It's the same device that I've got on my back right now, too. I asked around the city yesterday about those devices. Based on the testimony I've gathered, I'm pretty sure they're meant to keep Pokemon pacified. To keep them from going berserk, you mean?
Hey!
Were you able to track down the real culprit, the other Pikachu? No, we found some tracks, but they trailed off. I don't know where it went. Too bad. Sorry I haven't been able to prove your innocence yet. Hey, no need to apologize. I know you're trying your best. If you couldn't find it, you couldn't find it. What's important is what you do next. Yeah, and as for that double of yours, I think there's a high chance that a different Pokemon was impersonating you. You think so? Now there's an intriguing theory. By the way, Pikachu, what kinds of Pokemon are helping you in there? There's lots of them, but the most helpful one is Luxray. He's a bit rough around the edges, but he can see through objects and use powerful electric-type moves. That vision thing sounds pretty handy, but if you know strong electric-type moves... Let me stop you right there. I don't think Luxray is the culprit at all. If he were, the PPB wouldn't have had any cause to arrest me in the first place. Yeah, good point. Oh, that reminds me. Luxray asked me to pass on a message to you. What is it? He wants to know how his friend Mighty Anna is doing out there. The two of them got in a fight, and Luxray is worried about what happened in the aftermath. He says Mighty Anna usually hangs around 2nd Avenue. Got it. I'll keep an eye out for Mighty Anna and let you know how it's doing. Thanks, Tim.
Hey!
So, any guesses about what Pokemon was pretending to be me? I have an idea, but I need to consider all the possibilities. Let's see.
Let's think.
Which Pokemon committed the crimes? Let's think it over. Ditto, huh? Yeah, Ditto could have made itself look like me. Ditto's partner said that Ditto can only copy things it can see. That probably explains why there are no stripes on the Pikachu's back in the photo. But I've looked in every detainment cell and I didn't see a Ditto in any of them. That's strange. If it was detained, it should be in a detainment cell. Guess I better search the other rooms in the station. If the PPB and the police have been using Ditto, then they're definitely up to no good. So that's it. What is it, Tim? I saw Brad out and about several times while I was investigating. He seemed to be examining the scenes of the crime, a crime which already had a culprit. That's kind of suspicious. I really don't want to suspect Brad, but I can't help but wonder what he was up to. Yeah, Brad may be a bit of a jerk, but still, we've known him for 2 years now. I don't like having to think of him as a suspect, but you need to look into what he's been up to, Tim. But, Tim, you're a detective, aren't you? You're not trying to bring Brad down, you're only trying to uncover the truth. Yeah, you're right. And look into the cube-shaped devices, too. I understand their function is to pacify Pokemon, but that alone doesn't explain everything. You're right, the Pikachu in the photo damaged that Slowpoke statue. The devices may have some other function as well. I wonder what Brad was doing at the crime scenes. I suppose you could just ask him. But if he was up to something shady, he might just give us the runaround. In that case, maybe we should ask the other police officers. Agreed. We want to ask people in the city what they think of him too. So about how those cube-shaped devices work. I keep losing my memory here in the police station, so I don't really know much about them. Try asking people in the city about them. I'm sure there are people who've seen those devices attached to Pokemon. Try hearing what they've got to say.
Yes.
As it turns out, he's been investigating the police station top to bottom. Wow, just like a spy. Hey, I'm not a spy. I'm a great detective. Visiting time is over. You should have more time. Good luck with your investigation. Not this. Darn it. What is it, Pikachu? It's just like yesterday. That feeling when I'm about to lose my memories. And my body's moving on its own. Pikachu! It's no use. The whole situation reminds me of the Ditto 5 from Ultra Sun and Moon. It has been so long since I've played Ultra Sun and Moon that I have no idea what you're talking about. Is Pikachu okay? He was walking kinda strange just now. He was like that after our first visit too. I'm worried about him. Entertainment Day 2. Tim, evening.
Alright.
So there are two things we need to do. First, find Brad. Second, look into what those cube-shaped devices actually do. Is Brad the man we saw in the plaza? You know him, right? I hope you don't end up squaring off against each other because of this case. Yeah, that'd be pretty scary, but we don't know for sure yet that that'll even happen. Let's just concentrate on uncovering the truth. Oh, and one more thing. If we see Mightyena, we need to check and see how it's doing. Mightyena? Yeah, Pikachu asked me to check on it. Apparently it's friends with the Luxray in the station. Wow, you talked about all that? It just sounded like Pika Pika to me. Yeah, that's normal. I'm pretty sure I'm the weird one here. Not weird, Tim. Exception. Thanks, Rachel. I'm glad I opened up to you. Detectives? Oh, sorry. Guess we shouldn't keep talking here. No, that's fine. Were you talking about Brad just now? Yeah, there's something we'd like to ask him about. Well, if you're looking for Brad, he just headed out to 2nd Avenue on new orders. Really? Thanks for letting us know. You get reports from a policeman about people acting strange, then go find them and reveal they were dead out, culminating in you having to find Olivia and expose her as a doppelganger. I don't think I ever did that side quest. I'll have to boot up Ultra Sun later and go do that if I remembered to swap my save back to my main. Okay, we're headed to 2nd Avenue, right? Let's go hear what Brad has to say. Oh, hi, Machamp.
Machamp!
And also paid like 50. It's outside Cody Kong City. Ah, yes, the famous Alila regions, Coney Kong City. It's fine, I know what you meant. It also paid out like 50 grand in cash if I remember correctly. Yeah, cash was not a problem in that game. Just look at my Machamp. Artist muscles a sight to behold. He certainly looks extremely strong.
Excuse me?
Thanks for your help earlier. Mind if I ask some more questions? Are you going to ask about my Impidip again? No, this time it's about something else. Did anything strange happen today after we talked? No, that was it, and Impidip still hasn't come back. I wonder what the poor little guy's doing in the police station right now. Yeah, me too. He could be lonely in there. I'm more worried that he's getting up to his usual pranks and causing trouble for the police. He's always got so much excess energy to burn. You can only hope he behaves himself and gets let out soon. More side quests. Find the truth behind the mysterious voice while walking through the plaza.
Huh?
There's an angry Pokemon back there. We should probably leave it alone for a while. What do you think, Tim? It sounds like a police officer came this way. I think Brad must have gone this way, and so should we. Just keep an eye out for that angry Pokemon. Now then, we're going to have to detain this Pokemon properly. It's Brad. It sounds like he's just about to detain a Pokemon.
Oh,
It's a Mightyena. Wait, Tim, isn't that... Yeah, it's the Pokemon Pikachu wants me to check up on, Luxray's friend. Well, well, if it isn't our great detective, you're welcome to observe, but don't get in our way. This Mightyena is preventing the residents from passing through. Not only that, this same Mightyena was previously involved in an altercation with a Luxray. This Pokemon poses a clear threat to the public. I'm afraid we'll have to detain it until we can calm it down. Wait, Brad! And you are... Wait, you're the mayor's daughter, aren't you? Yes, I'm Howard's daughter, Rachel. Just look at this Mightyena, Brad. The poor thing is injured. Please, at least treat its wounds before you take it in. Don't you feel sorry for Mightyena? I'll make sure it receives treatment after I've taken it to the station. Will that satisfy you? No, it won't. We'll treat Mightyena ourselves then. Who? You two? My. Who knew you were so talented? Tim, let's get help from a Pokemon. Are we even sure there's a Pokemon that can help? We'll go find one right now. I'm sure there's one in the city somewhere. Maybe we can find a Chansey or an Audino or an Indeedee or something. Okay, let's have a look around the city. Find a Pokemon that can treat wounds. Hello, Pumpkaboo. Very fitting for the season. Indeedee. Look, Tim, Indeedee! Hey, you two, what do you think you're doing? A Pokemon is hurt. Please, we need Indeedee's help. Ah, is that so? Very well. We should always help one another in times of need. Go with them, Indeedee. You can help them out. Indeed. Thank you so much. This way, Indeedee. Heal Pulse. It appears that Mightyena has recovered nicely. Not fully, but it's at least stable for now. Now I trust this is enough to put your mind at ease, Rachel. I appreciate you waiting for us to get it treated. There's something I'd like to ask you about, Brad, before you take Mightyena away. And what is that, great detective? There's something off about all these Pokemon detainments the police have been doing. Every single incident was caught by the surveillance cameras. That's too convenient to be natural. Surely you've noticed, Brad. Innocent Pokemon are being framed. That's what happened to my Pikachu, and he can't be the only one. So you're suspicious of the surveillance cameras. But the footage on those cameras is incriminating evidence. Unless, great detective, you've found evidence that Pokemon are being framed? No, not yet. In that case, I have no choice but to take this Mightyena into custody. It's my duty. Take it away. Yes, sir. Detaining the Mightyena now, sir.
Aww.
I hope Mightyena's okay. He'll be with Pikachu and the others at the station. I'm sure it'll be fine. This is all just so frustrating. We couldn't even stop Brad. If we just had some proof, we need to find some. We have to find some. We need to find some. Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad that Mightyena finally calmed down. Now we can finally get through here safely. Hey, Tim. I bet we can talk to those people right now. You're right. Let's see what they have to say. Thank you for calming that Mightyena just now. You really did us a favor.
Yes.
Oh, we actually didn't do much. Do you mind if we ask you some questions? Oh, what did you need? Do you know anything about the cube-shaped devices that are used when Pokemon are detained? You mean those things they stick to their backs? The way they glow, they're pretty hard to miss. Glowing backs, huh? Kinda reminds me of Volbeat or Illumise. Oh, and those Pokemon seem to really dislike those devices. How could you tell? I saw a Pokemon struggling and flailing its limbs.
Excuse me?
Do you know anything about Brad McMaster? He's the police lieutenant who was just here. Not really, but he certainly was easy on the eyes. Yeah, he gives Rhyme City's finest a whole new meaning. Yeah, okay. I don't think we're going to learn anything useful about Brad from these two.
Hey!
What should we do now, Tim? I doubt we'll be able to speak with Brad directly anymore today. Let's talk to some other people. Luckily for us, there still seem to be a bunch of people out and about. I hope we can learn more about Brad and those cube-shaped devices. We're solving the mystery. Okay, what was the local concern? Mysterious cry. Right. So I need to investigate around the Fountain Plaza. I never realized there are actual berries growing on the trees in this city. Just goes to show what a welcoming place Rhyme City is for Pokemon. This is where that woman said she heard a strange voice. Low, low. Whoa, I really do hear something. Isn't that a Pokemon cry? Is it? Yeah, I can't quite tell what species, but it's gotta be a Pokemon. Wherever it's coming from, it can't be far. Let's take a look around. No, Tailo. Who's that Pokemon? He said the thing! Tim Goodman said the thing. Take the screenshot. It's Tailo. So that's what was crying out. Boy, it's loud. Why do you suppose it's making so much noise? I have a feeling this Tailo only recently left its nest. Apparently young Tailo often become lonely and start loudly crying out for their parents. Gosh, now I'm kind of worried for it. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll be fine. Tailo are also known for being gutsy. Keep your spirits up, Tailo. Well then, let's go report what we found. Oh, Detective, how did the investigation go? Turns out the voice you heard was a Tailo's. I think it was crying out because it only just left its nest, so it's lonely. What a relief. Now I know there's nothing to worry about when I pass by. Oh, but if it's not too much trouble, would you mind introducing yourself to Tailo? I'm sure if there's someone checking in on it, it'll feel safer too. Good idea. I actually just arrived in Rhyme City myself. I'll say hello to Tailo whenever I'm on my way home. I hope we can be friends. Thanks. I bet you two will become friends in no time. Interesting choice for a mystery voice Pokemon. Do you know a man named Brad McMaster who works for the Rhyme City Police? He's tall and typically wears a blue suit. Oh, he just came to see me earlier. He asked me to tell him about Impidimp. So I told him, well, everything. How much Impidimp loves playing pranks, his fondness for shiny things, stuff like that. Lieutenant was a really good listener. He took it all very seriously. But I never figured out exactly why he was asking me all that. I see. Thanks again for your help. So Brad was asking about an Impidimp who'd already been detained? Just what is Brad up to? I'm gonna guess that Brad is investigating the same thing that we are. He doesn't strike me as a moron type, really?
Excuse me.
Is it true that you use cube-shaped devices when you're detaining Pokemon? Ah, you must be in the management tags. What makes a management tag different from any other tag? I'm really not sure. I think they're really high-tech or something. I mean, they're machines after all. They've got little computers inside or something. Do you know anything specific about their function? Well, I'm ashamed to say, but not really. I think the higher-ups in the PPB know how they work, though.
Excuse me.
Do you happen to know Lieutenant McMaster? Yes, of course. The Lieutenant's really been throwing himself into his work lately. The one weird thing I've noticed, though, is that recently he's been going out and working on his own. And at the scenes of the crimes that have already been solved at that. Why would he be doing that? I really couldn't tell you. Did anything unusual happen in the city today? Well, there were a number of incidents. Would you like me to tell you about one? Listing them all could take a while. No, I don't need that much detail. I'm just looking for more general information. Sorry to trouble you. It sounds like your department is really busy. Oh, it's no trouble at all. Anything to protect the peace of our fine city.
Excuse me.
What do you mean by unusual? I mean, we respond to incidents every day. And with so many Pokemon-related incidents lately, it feels like things are anything but usual. Sounds like a lot to deal with. It may be a lot, but it's my job. All I can do is keep doing my best.
Excuse me?
Do you happen to know Lieutenant McMaster? Of course, we work together on a regular basis. He excels at performing his duty. His investigations are so thorough and efficient that Pokemon are detained almost as fast as the case itself is opened. In fact, Lieutenant McMaster has the highest crime clearance rate in the entire department. Wow, I didn't realize Brad was so highly regarded. Is it true that you use Cube-shaped devices when you're detaining Pokemon? Oh yeah, those things. We got orders from the PPB to attach them to Pokemon. How do the devices function? Who knows? They never really gave us any details. That alone should be incredibly suspicious. Imagine if the police were given like high-tech tasers or something and just said, we don't know how these work. A little bit more about Brad. Nice to visit your Pikachu again, are you? You sure are passionate about this case. Actually, that's not what I'm here. That's not why I'm here. Can I ask you a question or two? Did anything strange happen in the city today? I don't know if I'd necessarily call it strange, but there have been several Pokemon-related incidents. That's right, they're gonna fill up every detainment room we've got. That must be pretty stressful for the Pokemon. If they're stressed, they can work it out during their daily exercise time. Thanks for letting us know about Lieutenant McMaster. No trouble at all. What did you need it for, anyway? Oh, I just remembered something about the incident Pikachu was involved in. I thought it could help with the investigation, so I wanted to tell the lieutenant in person. Understood. Thank you for reporting whatever info you can. Do you know anything about those cube-shaped devices being put on Pokemon as they're detained? Oh, those things? Here they're management tags. I don't quite understand how they work, but they're pretty interesting. The moment a Pokemon is outfitted with a device, it goes with the police without any resistance. Really? The Pokemon do that on their own? Yeah, it's much safer when they aren't violent.
Let's think.
Let's figure out what those cube-shaped devices really are.
Okay.
Those devices might actually be capable of controlling Pokemon. You really think so? I do. We don't have any evidence yet, of course, but it seems that way based on what we've heard. If that's true, then Ditto was forced to obey someone else's orders. Yeah. That's terrible. If the person orchestrating these crimes is controlling Ditto, how are they able to give it orders? Based on all the witness statements so far, it's not clear whether anyone was directing Ditto's actions. True, but there had to have been someone at the crime scene talking directly to Ditto, right? Yeah, I can't really think of any other method they could have used. Maybe a witness saw someone giving out orders. Yeah, we should ask around.
Excuse me?
No, he hasn't. I think he's still at the police station. The shop sir is lonely without Inteleon. It's hard to tell for sure, but I think even the flowers are drooping a bit. Inteleon always took such good care of them. I really hope he can come home soon. Do you know a man named Brad McMaster who works for the Rem City Police? He's tall and typically wears a blue suit. Oh yes, the lieutenant just left, in fact. Really? Do you know what he was doing here? The same thing as you, actually. Investigating the flower display, Inteleon was accused of vandalizing. I couldn't make out what, but he was muttering to himself the whole time. Just like at Fountain Plaza. Brad sure spends a lot of time returning to the scenes of the crime. But why is he investigating these crime scenes after the Pokemon have already been detained? It really makes me wonder.
Excuse me?
Do you know a man named Brad McMaster who works for Rem City Police? He's tall and typically wears a blue suit. Yeah, I just met him. He came to ask me some questions. Oh, really? About what? Lieutenant asked me for details on Morpekko's ability. So I explained how Morpekko's appearance and the typing of his aura wield move changes depending on whether he's hungry or full. Maybe Brad came to the same conclusion we did, Tim. It doesn't make sense for Morpekko's aura wield to have been electric type if he was hungry when he used it. If that's true, then what exactly is Brad trying to do?
Let's think.
We've had a good amount of information about Brad. Let's try and organize it and think this through.
Okay.
If Brad were the one giving orders to Ditto, there'd be no reason for him to go around asking questions after detaining the Pokemon. So you think Brad's just investigating the incidents, like we are? Yeah, I do. I mean, that seems fairly obvious.
Okay.
Now we know Brad isn't the culprit. And we've got that tip about Ditto, too. We should tell Pikachu as soon as we can. At night? Would they even let us see him? The officer at the reception desk said that we could visit up to twice a day. As long as the station's open, I think it'll be fine. Alright. Hello. I am here to visit the Pikachu. Detainment Day 2, Pikachu evening. I'm in the detainment room? Great. Back again with the missing memories. Mystery for another time. Right now my goal is the chief's office on the second floor. There's a duct in his office, but it doesn't seem to be connected to the ones down here in the basement, in detainment. I'll have to go up to the first floor and search for a duct that connects to the chief's office. I guess I'll go see Luxray first, though. I can look for a duct leading to the chief's office after that.
All right, Pangoro. Go slow, okay? Huh? I did it! Ow!
What is it? Do you need my help again? Thanks for the offer, but you wouldn't be able to get through the ducts. My plan is to take him up to the first floor and aim for the chief's office. Then I suppose I'll just have to leave that to you. Yep, you can count on me. Oh yeah, when I talked to Tim earlier, I passed on your message about Mariana. Ah, thank you. Hey, no sweat. Now just hang tight till our next visit, and I'll fill you in on his report.
Come on, Lightbird. You got this?
来吧。
Eh?
Are there still guards, though? Well, now I'm on the first floor, but there are lots of police officers up here. If they spot me, I'll get thrown right back in the detainment room. Anyway, where should I go? Here's the vent I need. Looks like there's a duct way back there. Based on the floor plan, I'm guessing that duct could connect to the chief's office. Guess there's no point in standing around. Muscles, don't fail me now. Ooh, close one. What? Are you good? Oh. So the question is, can I take the ladder, or do I have to go to those boxes on the side?
Perfect.
Oh. Or the police officer can just vanish. Alright, sure.
Well, here goes nothing. Why are they all so high up? Ow. I think this is making me shorter.
Finally out of there. This has got to be the chief's office. Just look at it. Looks like my little stealth mission was a success, as expected. Now let's find out what you're really up to, Butler. That's one sturdy looking safe. I'm gonna need to get my paws on the passcode if I want to see what's inside. Wonder how I can find that code. Oh, hello. Hey, you're that Ditto we've been hearing about, aren't you? Is this where you've been? Wow, it's a Pikachu! You know about me? Oh yeah, I know all about you. Matter of fact, I got some questions for you.
Hey,
What are you even doing here, Ditto? I've been here for ages, using Transform to turn into all kinds of Pokemon. Mr. Man always asks me to do it here in this room. He says, transform into this Pokemon. But after I use Transform, my head goes all fuzzy. So I don't really remember what happens after that. You've been experiencing memory loss too, eh, Ditto? I know just how you... Hey, wait a minute. Did Ditto make itself look like me and break that Slowpoke statue while its memories were missing? Was there someone in this room? A guy called Butler? Yep, Mr. Man's here all the time. Not right now, though. You're not Butler's partner, though, are you? Partner? No, my best friend is Granny. Mr. Man is the person who brought me here. He's really nice. Butler? Nice? With a mean mug like that. He gives me lots of compliments when I use Transform. Hey, Ditto, you haven't seen your Granny in a while, have you? Nope, nah. Will I get to see her if I keep waiting in this room? I'm afraid not, Ditto. Wait as long as you like, she won't be showing up here anytime soon. Really? This poor Ditto's just another victim.
hey,
There's a safe in this room, you know, that big box? Yep, that's right over there. Do you know what's inside? I saw Mr. Ray move papers in and out of that box lots of times. He sings a weird song whenever he once or closes the box. A song? Yeah. 515020. That's what Mr. Man sings when he opens the box. 515020? Like that? Yeah, just like that. You're a real good singer. 515020. Mm-hmm. Got it, thanks. Sounds to me like a 6-digit number.
Thanks.
Thanks for telling me all that stuff. By the way, Ditto, do you mind turning around for a sec? Huh? What is it? Do I have something on me? Sorry about this. I feel like I've almost got it. I guess I'm not strong enough to pull this device off. Thought I might be able to remove it and stop Ditto from doing any more bad things. Huh? What? Did you say something? Oh, nope, nothing at all. So yeah, 525020. Oh wait, no, it's 515020.
Yeah.
Alright, it worked. Let me see what we've got in here. A bunch of papers and some photos. I just hope this info gets us out of here.
Let me see.
The cover of this instruction manual has diagrams of these cube-shaped devices. Guess that means it's got details on how to use them. So these things are called control cubes. It says there are special controllers to operate the cubes remotely. They must use those controllers to make us walk up to the roof. Sheesh, that's not totally disturbing or anything.
Let me see.
Looks like paperwork sent to Butler from some sort of organization. And the organization's name is Unitas. Wait a sec, these are orders to Butler. What sort of organization can order around the chief of the Pokemon Protection Bureau? Just who are these Unitas people? His orders are to capture Pokemon and transfer them. Looks like this has been ongoing for 6 months already, but the number shot up in the last month. And it was all going on right under my nose. I really dropped the ball. What's this about compensation? These numbers show how much Unitas has been paying Butler. And the payments are for sending the captured Pokemon being kept at this station to some other location. These are photos of their targets. Hey, wait, that's me! Butler was under orders to capture me? But what the heck for? Nothing here has given me any insight into Unitas' actual goals. Oh, here's a photo of some humans. This lady looks awfully familiar. Oh, I remember. That's Jessica. I'm pretty sure we met her in the cafe the other day. Wasn't she friends with Rachel? But why is Jessica circled in red? I gotta let Rachel know about this. Huh? Who's that woman next to Jessica? Say, isn't that Howard Myers? Mayor Howard Myers? And next to him, that's that scientist Murloc, the guy who plucked some of my fur.
Let me see.
Here's a report Butler wrote to someone. It goes on at length about how he's been rounding up Pokemon with help from the police. Seems Brad has been particularly active on that front. Brad's not going to be happy when he finds out that she's been playing him like a fiddle. The report also says that Holiday's been making a nuisance of himself. Looks like the inspector has been repeatedly objecting to Butler's methods.
Let me see.
These are forms filled out by the victims of Pokemon-related incidents. They contain descriptions by the victims of the damages incurred. Let's see, descriptions of Pokemon stealing things, Pokemon causing property damage. Wait, I don't see a damage report about the incident that occurred at the flower shop. I thought Inteleon destroyed the flowers there. I'm not seeing any reports of stolen food either, even though Morpeko was detained for stealing food. So they're detaining Pokemon over incidents that don't even have damage reports? Wish I could show all of these to Tim. Pretty sure taking them all is out of the question, though. I'll just have to settle with taking the most important looking pages. Let me just tear those out. Guess I can hide them in my hat for now. Oof. Hat feels a little snug now. Well, now that I've got those documents, I'll just close the safe so it looks like nobody was here. Why did you stuff your hat full of papers? Are they super special or something? Yeah, Ditto. And thanks to these, you'll be able to see Granny again. Ooh, really? That makes me so happy, thank you! Yep, so just wait here a little longer. I'll just take these papers back to my room and... Oh, is someone there?
Oh no, someone's coming. Let's hide there. Please, come in.
Thanks to your information, the jewel is now in my possession. As for the matter of that woman and Pikachu...
That Pikachu's being transferred tomorrow. Detective hat and all.
I see. I won't tolerate any mistakes. If you'd like more money, deal with that woman for me, too.
Leave it to me, sir.
Now then, I'd like to see how things are progressing with the control cubes.
Yes, sir. That guy Butler met with, who could he be? Plus, he said I'm getting transferred tomorrow. Sounds like we better hurry. This is bad.
I gotta tell Tim about what we just heard. Better go prep for our next visit. Entertainment Day 2, Tim visits Pikachu, evening. I'm glad they're letting us visit even though it's late. Yeah, we could have come tomorrow if we were turned away, but it's nice that they let us in. Well, I'm glad you came tonight. There have been some interesting developments. Oh? What'd you find out? Come a little closer, Tim. I'll tell you all about it.
Hey!
So what are these interesting developments you mentioned? Apparently they're planning to transfer me to some other location tomorrow. They're relocating you? Where and what for? I don't know, but something tells me it's not an all-inclusive beach resort. And once I'm there, I doubt we'll be able to visit each other like we have been. Seriously? Then what can we do? Calm down, Tim. Our window of opportunity hasn't closed just yet. But first I gotta ask, did you learn anything about Brad? Yeah, Brad's not our culprit. He's been independently investigating these incidents just like we are. Okay, in that case, we might be able to get him on our side, don't you think? With Brad's help, I'll be able to waltz on out of here tomorrow morning. But that would put Brad in the position of working against the police. Do you really think he'd agree to that? If you want him to, you'll have to explain what's really going on. And you'll have to do it clearly with no room for doubt. Tell him who's behind all this and how they did it. Well, to be honest, I still haven't figured it all out. I don't think we have enough information yet. If it's info you need, I got you covered. I found some definitive proof in the police station. Let's look over the evidence and get deducing. Wait, Pikachu, are you sure it's a good idea to show it out in the open? The officer will see. Officer, quick, there's a Pokemon loose in this room. What? I don't see any Pokemon. Over here in the corner, look closely. Huh? Let me see. Wow, Rachel's really on it. She distracted the officer for us. Now's our chance, Pikachu. Okay, here are some papers I found inside the safe in Butler's office. Thanks. Looks like an instruction manual for the devices and various incident reports, along with... There are 4 sets of documents in total. Read them closely and make your own deductions.
Let's think.
We've got a lot of information from people in the city, and we have the evidence you found in the chief's office. We should try deducing the method the culprit used to give orders to Ditto. According to the instruction manual, the devices can be operated remotely using a controller. I thought the culprit needed to be at the scene of the crime to give orders. But if they're using a controller to give orders from afar, they could have avoided being seen by witnesses. Alright, so now we know how the culprit did it. Someone who could have been involved in every single incident and also given orders to Pokemon. Yep, that's our culprit. Let's think about who the real culprit might be.
Okay.
Chief Butler was ordered to capture and transfer Pokemon, and he was getting paid for it too. And we found those orders in his office. Yeah, which means the real culprit is the head of the Pokemon Protection Bureau, Chief Butler.
Yeah.
Now we know the truth behind all these incidents. Chief Butler was using some kind of controller to make a Pokemon commit crimes. Exactly. You need to tell Brad ASAP. He'll probably be shocked, but if you show him proof, I think he'll understand. Then we can stop Butler from carrying out his plans. Yeah, I'll do that, but still. You're supposed to be transferred somewhere tomorrow, right? Are you sure we'll make it in time? Good point. You need to figure out a way to escape.
Tight security. Along with these cubes.
What are you thinking, Pikachu?
Uh-huh. I hadn't thought of that. A bolt of brilliance!
Huh?
If I get the other Pokémon to help, we can all escape! And I can finally get out of here!
I'll need help from the others if I'm gonna bust out of this place. You said Luxray and the others were helping you, right? Are you sure you'll be okay? Of course, just you watch. I'm gonna bust out of this place and take all the others with me. Wish me luck, Tim. Oh, speaking of Luxray, we found that Mightyena. Really? How was he? He was injured. We helped him get back on his feet, but after that he was detained by the police. Ah, well, I'll tell Luxray. Thanks, Tim. We're breaking out of here tomorrow, and like I said, I'm bringing the others with me, Mightyena included. What do you need me to do? Cause a distraction for the police outside the station. Got it. You want to make sure there are as few police officers in the station as possible, yeah? Exactly. That'll be our chance to escape. Oh, and don't forget about Brad. Do you think Brad will believe us? You've got all the information to prove it, right? I'm sure that'll convince him. Yeah, I guess all we can do is try. I bet Brad's still out there investigating at one of the crime scenes. Let's go look for him. Brad sure is dedicated. Oh, Bradson.
Excuse me?
Hi there, Brad. I see you're here on the plaza again. As are you, great detective. What of it? What happened with that Mightyena earlier? It's being taken into custody at the police station, just like your Pikachu was. I see. Is that all you wanted to ask? No, there's something else. Something important. Brad, what's your opinion of the Bureau? My opinion? Do you think the police and the PPB trust each other and work together effectively? Why, did you hear something from Inspector Holiday? In any case, it's hard to say. I'm finding a lot of strange discrepancies with these recent Pokemon incidents. Too many to chalk up to coincidence, wouldn't you say? As if someone in the police or the PPB wants it that way. Do you have any evidence of that? Without proof, all I can do is carry on with my job. And that's exactly why you keep returning to the crime scenes, isn't it? To find proof of who's behind all this. Are we done here? Sorry, but I'm very busy. Let's go, Manectric. The PPB is detaining innocent Pokemon. Excuse me? And that's not all. They're also planning to transfer this Pokemon being detained to the police station somewhere else. What? That's a very serious accusation you're making, especially if it were true. I have proof. Then show me. Let's see this proof of yours.
Alright.
Take a look at this. It's from Chief Butler's office. And why would you have something from his office? Are you suggesting I stole it? You don't have any evidence of that. Just hand it over. This can't be. They're controlling Pokemon? Of course. So that's why the Pokemon become so obedient once those devices are attached. And it all adds up. This list accounts for each and every incident to date. So they were all orchestrated by Butler, or rather by this Innocence organization, pulling his strings. So Brad, do you believe me now? Pikachu and the other Pokemon are innocent. I never thought something like this could happen. Please, Brad, we need your help. We just want to help Pikachu and the other Pokemon of the city. Any other day I would have thought this was some kind of joke, but the evidence you have is irrefutable. Very well then, I'll confront Chief Butler about this. Really? Thank you, Brad. There's no need for you to thank me. I'm just doing my job. The duty of the police is to uphold the peace and protect the residents of the city. That will always take priority over orders from the PPB. I'll get started first thing tomorrow. That might be too late. They plan to transfer Pikachu away tomorrow. Too late, but any sooner would mean a breach of official procedure. Listen, Brad, I'm pretty sure Pikachu's going to make a break for it at the station tomorrow morning. What do you mean? We have a plan. If we can pull it off, Pikachu and all the innocent Pokemon will escape. But in order for our plan to work, we need your help. Not giving up without a fight, huh? Well, what is it you want me to do? Thank you. Here's what I had in mind. Detainment Day 3. Pikachu. Morning.
Hey,
Morning already? Time to get this show on the road. If we don't do something, I'm going to be transferred away somewhere today. And all these innocent Pokemon are going to be stuck out here with no way out. Right then, let's do this. I'm going to get us all out.
it's not coming off. It's just too... Oh, I got it off! All right, I did it! I'm free!
It's time for exercise. Proceed to the roof, single file.
Great.
Strange. That announcement's usually the last thing I hear before losing my memories, but now, I'm the only one here that seems unaffected? Must be because I got rid of that cube. For now, I guess I'll go up to the roof with the others and let Luxray and folks know about the escape.
Hey.
Hey everyone, you want to get out of this police station, don't you? None of you actually did those bad things I arrested you for. We were set up by a few rotten humans, and I've got proof. Wow, nice job, Pikachu. Yippee, now that we have proof, we can get out of here. Well, proof is good and all, but what we really need to catch the culprit is time. And time's something I don't have right now. I gotta bust out of here. Then I'll catch the culprit. Bust out? But how? There's no way you can do it alone. You're right, and that's why I need everyone's help. I assume you have a plan. I'll help. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. How terribly exciting. I'll help as well, of course. Thanks. I knew I could count on you all. But first, we're going to need to get those devices off of you. Otherwise, you might not be able to move around as you please. So, off with those pesky cubes. Ooh, this thing? I'll get yours, Luxray. So that machine is what robbed us of our bodily autonomy. What should I do after I get this thing off? I'll need you to distract the police officers, Pangoro. I'll need you to distract the police officers, Pangoro. It won't be easy. Do you think you can handle it? Just leave it to me. Thanks, Pangoro. Are you planning to ride on my back again? Yeah, I'm counting on those eyes of yours. Oh, and Luxray, about your friend Mightyena? Did you find something out? Apparently he was detained and brought to the station yesterday. He must be in one of the other rooms. Well then, I guess we'll need to go to the basement. Right, once we've freed everyone, we can make a break for the exit. Oh, but you all should know that part of this roof is monitored by a security camera. Just to cover our bases, we should pretend that we're still being controlled when we walk past this area. I got the thing off you, Luxray. And I got Pangoro's too. Well done, Sableye. Thanks, Ipinip. There's no way I could have reached that myself. Now the machine's off everyone else. Impressive. You got those off in no time at all. Thanks, Pangoro. Okay, looks like we're all ready. Let's all get out of here, together.
Ready? Okay, let's do this!
The exit's on the first floor, correct? Yeah, but first we gotta go to the basement to let all the other Pokemon know about the escape. Got it. Let's take care not to be seen as we go. I'll distract the police. You can use that time to escape. I'll catch up with you later. Sorry to ask it of you, but thanks, Pangoro. Hey Pikachu, I went and scouted out V1. Everyone's inside the detainment rooms, and there's a newbie Mightyena that's hurt. Mightyena, so his wounds haven't fully healed yet. I see. Why don't we swing by and check on him? I know you're worried. Looks like there aren't any officers in the guard room. Better take this opportunity to unlock the doors. Let me see. 2168. The detainment room doors are unlocked now, right? Yeah, let's go round up everyone for our escape.
Hey,
Hey everyone, I know this is sudden, but now's our chance to escape. Everyone needs to go upstairs and head for the exit. Really? Oh, hooray! Aw, thanks for coming to let us know, Pikachu. I'm not going to take Pikachu's word for it. He's probably trying to trap me again. It's the truth, Dedenne. You gotta believe me. Are you okay, Mightyena? Luxray, it's your fault that I was injured and then captured by the police. No, you misunderstand. Our fight was a setup. It was orchestrated by some villainous humans. You're blaming humans? This Luxray isn't the one who fought with you, Mightyena. It was a Ditto. It was forced to use Transform to pose as Luxray. You don't expect me to believe that ridiculous. Believe what you want, but now's your chance to escape. Please, come with us. Fine, but I can't walk too quickly. My leg hurts. You go on ahead. I'll catch up afterward. If this is a lie, you're gonna pay for it, believe me. We'll take care of Mightyena. You go on ahead. Thanks. Yes, thanks. And Mightyena, I better see you out there.
hey,
Hey, Italian, more Pecco. I know this is sudden, but now's our chance to escape. Head to the exit, both of you. I appreciate the help. I'm glad we can finally leave this place. Leopard and Pangoro are distracting the police officers, but they can't keep it up for long, so we need you to hurry. That's a bit of a problem. Morpekka's too hungry right now and not in the best mood. I'll watch over Morpeko until he calms down. You two go on ahead. Okay. Sorry about that, Inteleon. We'll head out now. Make sure you follow us later.
okay.
Now we've talked to everyone, let's get going. F. Yeah, don't worry. Watchog and the others are with him.
Say.
Don't celebrate just yet, Sableye. Stay sharp until this is over. My partner's waiting in the first floor lobby. Think we can make it that far? Of course. You think I've come this far to fail? Leave this to me.
Hey,
All that's left to do is get to the lobby. We can't go this way. There's a human at the end of the hall. We'll have to go another way. Let's go through the reference room. It should connect up to another hallway. Understood. Oh. Got caught immediately.
I swear,
Alright.
we'll get out of here.
How far back is that going to put us? Right outside the door. Okay. Okay, where do we go from here? We can't take that hallway. The police are right there. Isn't there somewhere we can go? The room in the back. There are humans in there too, but there are also many places to hide. I guess that's our only choice. Wait, here we go. Just a little bit farther and we're home free. Hold on, Tim. I'm coming. Okay. Fine, game.
I swear, we'll get out of here.
They really staggered that perfectly, huh? Yeah, they're staggered perfectly, so you can't just make a run for it. Have to actually be sneaky. Fine. Oh, really? There was the door I needed.
I swear, we'll get out of here.
Fine. This is why I don't play Metal Gear. Because I'm bad at it. Go, go. Door.
Great.
Okay, we're almost out of here. There are still humans out there. Oh, it's Butler and Brad. What's taking the car so long, Lieutenant McMaster? I asked you to call one here for me. My apologies. It seems to be running late. You know how valuable my time is. I thought you were better than this. We'll be transferring Pikachu as soon as that car gets here. Make sure to pass those orders to your office. That won't be happening, Chief Butler. What are you doing here, young detective? Pikachu is innocent. He didn't damage that Slowpoke statue. And now we'll thank you to set Pikachu free. Are you too serious? Do you really think any good can come from resisting me, the chief of the Pokemon Protection Bureau? There's no point in threatening us. We won't back down. Is that so? In that case, I'll have you forcibly removed. Lieutenant McMaster, as you can see, these two are interfering with a public servant in the execution of their duties. Arrest them! Are you listening to me, Lieutenant? Why don't we hear what they have to say, Chief Butler? What did you say? Hey, Tim!
Hey, Tim. Sorry I kept you waiting.
Pikachu!
You're okay.
Impossible. Why are Pikachu and Luxray here? Detain them already, Brad!
Pikachu's coming home with me. Because the real culprit behind all this is you, Chief Butler.
I'm the culprit? Ha! What's gotten into you all of a sudden? Your partner is the one who destroyed the Slowpoke statue. You can't talk your way out of this.
You're just playing innocent. Tim, be sure to start off strong.
That night, Pikachu was at the Hi-Hat Cafe. A witness saw him there, drinking coffee.
I couldn't care less about that. I have irrefutable proof of his guilt. The police have the surveillance camera footage. Are you suggesting it's some other Pokémon in that footage? It clearly shows your Pikachu committing the crime.
It's a transformed Ditto.
A transformed Ditto?
A Ditto recently went missing. And according to its partner, it's not great at transforming and can only imitate what it's able to see. Now look at this.
What am I looking at exactly?
There are no stripes on its back, which means that Pikachu is not my partner.
You actually think me and that Ditto are working together? Didn't you just say that Ditto has a partner of its own? If I gave it orders, it wouldn't have listened to me.
The Pokémon in your custody had devices attached to their backs.
We put those on in order to manage them. What's wrong with that?
Those devices can be used to completely control Pokémon.
What are you? That's nonsense.
Now that you mention it, when the devices were glowing, the Pokémon did whatever they were told.
Don't tell me you believe this! Avalda, do you hear yourself right now? A device that controls Pokémon? Nonsense. As if something like that could even exist. And even if it did, you have no evidence that I used it.
But I do have evidence. Take a look.
How do you have this? Brad, was it you?
Huh?
Stop trying to deflect. These documents were found in your office. Which means you were in fact using this device.
Documents? Ha! You're mistaken, that's all. I'm the chief of the PPB. I would never do such a thing. I don't even have a motive.
I've discovered your motive. Look at this. Unitas provided you with the devices, and you
Oh, it's a
provided them with
Unitas.
detained Pokémon in exchange for large sums of money. You're not detaining Pokémon here. You're kidnapping them. Well, Chief Butler, did I miss anything?
Exposed by this kid. You never stood a chance against us, Butler.
Wonderful work, Tim.
Thanks.
Pikachu, you were amazing too.
I owe you two big time.
Anyway, now you can finally get out of here.
Yeah, and I could really go for some coffee after this.
That was great detective work, Tim. On behalf of the Rhyme City Police, you have our sincerest gratitude.
Lieutenant.
All those Pokemon were innocent. Naturally, we'll be canceling that transfer for Pikachu. And all the other Pokemon will be set free as well. Ugh, I covered my tracks so carefully, too. No, I mean, got me all wrong. This was never my plan at the start. I intended to work hard to further the cause of coexistence between humans and Pokemon. If those jerks hadn't come around and tempted me with all that cash. Chief Butler, I believe you still have the controller in your possession. Oh, you know about that too.
Now, Chief Butler, please hand over the controller.
What's going on?
It's broken!
There goes our proof. Well, that's just great.
Well, Chief, no, Butler. I've got a lot of questions for you. Now, come with me.
Blinded by cash, he lost sight of the path of justice. Yeah.
Well, I'm finally free. Thanks for all the help, Tim. Me? I couldn't have done this without you. I'm so happy for you, Pikachu. Lux? Oh, sorry, Luxray. This human is my partner, Tim. What's Luxray saying? He says thank you for checking up on Mighty Anna. Got it. Oh, that reminds me. Can you tell Luxray to please thank Indeedee for treating Mighty Anna's wounds? Sure. Anyway, Tim, about Jessica. That's right, she's being targeted by that Unitas organization. Hey, Rachel, can I ask you about Jessica? I just can't believe anyone would want to target her. Jessica knows both your family and Murloc, doesn't she? Yeah, she worked at the research facility with my mother. I didn't realize Murloc worked with them too. Jessica really respected my mother. She often came to visit at our house. That's how we became friends. Jessica says she lives in Bamboo Burrow now. Yeah, didn't she say she works at the pizza place? In that case, Unitas might show up at Bamboo Burrow next. We'd better go to Bamboo Burrow ourselves then. I'm going too. I'm worried about Jessica. You don't mind, do you, Tim? No, it's fine. Like saying no would have stopped her. Should we go right away? I'd like to, but there are still some loose ends we've got to tie up around this case, like giving a report to Holiday for starters. Well, let's head out tomorrow morning. Okay. Rachel, we're planning to go tomorrow morning. Okay, I'd better get ready. Then it's settled. Tomorrow we're off to Bamboo Burrow. Later that evening at Tim's apartment. Are you okay, Pikachu? You sure went through a lot. That cube thing was awful. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. It was like all the colors disappeared before my eyes, and all the sounds and smells faded away too. Pretty soon, even my own thoughts vanished, and before I knew it, I was under someone else's control. That's horrible. Who would make a thing like that? We just gotta keep working this case. If we're persistent enough, we're bound to find the bad guy. Well, one thing we do know for sure is the name of the group that was giving orders to Butler. Unitas. Yeah, Butler's motive was purely financial. He's not the one pulling the strings. Seems like this Unitas organization is behind all these cases so far. But why would Unitas even want to kidnap Pokemon? That's the question, alright. I sense something really dark behind all this. As for Unitas' next goal, remember that photo I found in Butler's office? The one of Jessica, right? Rachel's friend? Between the circle on that photo and the note I found, I think we can be certain that Unitas was ordering Butler to find Jessica. Yeah, but why would they target her? I don't know what they want from her, but keep in mind that we're dealing with an organization that's willing to kidnap Pokemon. We'd better hurry and make sure Jessica's safe. Right. Oh, and by the way, Tim, isn't it about dinner time? Oh, I totally forgot.
So, you'll take care of dinner tonight?
Yeah, no problem. It won't be anything special, though.
Oh, I still need to get Sophia.
Oh, hey, Irene! You dropped your ring! Right, she can't understand me. Oh, well. This is Harry's ring. Well, it's done. Was it the right choice? I did what's best for my family.
B?
Even if it makes me the bad guy. If I told her the truth, Irene, she never agreed to a divorce. You're the only one I can confide in, Pikachu.
Pika Vega. This was his ring. When your father left, he didn't take it with him.
Are you getting a divorce?
Don't worry. We're not. He may have said that's what he wanted. But when he said it, he couldn't bring himself to look me in the eye. He always does that when he's hiding something. I'm sure he got involved in some sort of incident. So he pushed us away to make sure his family stayed clear of any danger.
Mom. Looks like Unitas has their next target. Rachel's friend, Jessica. Tomorrow, we'll go to Bamboo Burrow and make sure Jessica is safe. And if she has any information about Unitas, that'll get us closer to solving this case.
The next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Pikachu. How'd you sleep? Like a log. Nothing quite like sleeping in your own bed. Waking up in it just feels different. Especially when you're coming from the bed of the police station. It was like sleeping on rocks. I've been worried about you after you fainted again yesterday. How are you feeling? Don't waste your worries on me. I feel great. In that case, I guess you'll be able to come along to Bamboo Burrow and look for Jessica. Yep, Butler's in custody, but that doesn't mean Jessica's safe. Agreed. We better check on her ASAP to make sure she's okay. In that photo, I'd like to know more about what was going on when it was taken. We'll have to ask Jessica about how she knows the people in it. Right on, Tim. Now you're thinking like a detective. I am a detective. Well, time to get moving. Let's go. Alright. And that's going to do it for this stream. Come on back on Thursday for more Detective Pikachu Returns.